Hey you guys, it's me Max, and today we're back with another episode of Average Commentary. Yay! And today we have an episode with a good, just kind of long-time fan and subscriber to the channel, a guy named X Out of Control X, with what appears to be maybe some Udyr top lane, and he's going against a Jax. So, all right, it's very kind of back and forthy match. Kind of really, we'll see how it plays out, which should be a fun game to watch, hopefully. Ghost Ignite. Ooh la la. Might be a little bit ballsy, but I think it's okay. Now let's see what he's using in the way of like runes and masteries and such. Let's see, runes. Let's see, Nasus, Cho, Nunu. I guess this really weird attack. He has so many really weird ones. It doesn't make any sense. Let's see, attack speed, magic resist scaling, flat armor, move speed, and flat MR. Not really that weird. Yeah, it's fine. I don't really particularly see any real problem with that. So, and let's see. So he has attack speed, a butt ton AD, some cooldown reduction, and a little bit into defensive trees. Alright, so, I mean, he's probably going to go fairly aggressive to try and get some sort of lead on the Jax, but don't quite know how it'll work out. So, I mean, we'll see. Let's see, we'll go back to the lobby real fast. So, I mean, yeah. Oh, they have a support blitz, though. Clearly, GG. Totally gonna lose, right? But, alright, so let's just try and think who has this kind of game on paper. Now, they have... Now, Control's team has a lot of... what's the word I'm looking for? AoE. That's the word. They have a lot of AoE, and this team doesn't. They don't really have a good kind of synergy to them. So... pre-game, I give the advantage to purple team. But this is about to be over real quick, you guys. I'll see you guys in like 2 seconds. Alright, goodbye. Hey, you guys, and we're back. Now, really without kind of any real further ado or waste, I guess we'll just get right into this. Although we do have to figure out what key he is. There we go. Alright, let's kind of see how this game works out. Now, let's see what he starts. This could be... Oh, what's he gonna start? He does have Spirit Guard Udyr, though. Not bad. Cloth Armor 5 pots, always a safe start. Especially against Jax top lane, whose main damage is gonna be AD. Could do way, way worse. Now, let's see. You know what, actually, what's the speed up and speed down keys? Yeah, they're plus and minus, so... Alright, we can speed this up a little bit. Just wait for him to go in lane. Jax took a longsword and 2 potions, so... Kind of going to be a boring old match. Now, let's see what he tries to do. Oh, what is he going for? Well, maybe they didn't get vision. I mean, that's fine. He's smart, though. He has not yet chosen a stance, so he's kind of being smart and waiting till he actually, gets a proper ability to kind of read the situation before he gets one, which is good on him. Alright, nothing's really happening, so we'll speed this up to try and make this a little bit easier. Come on, he needs to run. Oh, never mind, Jax is going up to his lane. This would make me believe that Lee Sin is more than likely going to start blue. Oh, maybe he's going for some cray-cray. Oh, hang on. What's he doing? What's he doing? Oh, okay, so... Not a whole lot. Now, we took our Phoenix stance for the clear. Jax takes the, I believe, Counter-Strike move first. Now, it's going to be kind of a... Early on, it'll likely be a bit of a boring kind of passive lane, really. This is the 3rd attack, so he's probably waiting to use the AoE when it's more useful. Alright, and well, he did lose on a couple of last hits, but that's because he was playing around in the opposing jungle, which is fine. Nice, good use of the AoE to get some wave clear. He's smart though, realizing that he's not going to be able to really win any sort of engagement. And does take Turtle Stance level 2, so he'll hopefully try and use that lifesteal sooner rather than later. There he's relying very much on health regen. Oh, he better have... Oh, switches to Bear Stance, but that's not good. close, but no cigar. Oh, but will he get an assist? He doesn't get an assist off the Vi gank, which I didn't see coming up. I kind of just let the directed camera do the work here. But honestly, that's good. Vi is very, very nice to kind of have early levels on, or just even early farm. The quicker she can get her ult, you know, the ability to really kind of get in there and make a real difference. Just all the better, really. Because I think Assault and Battery is much, much better than a Dragon Kick from Lee Sin, but that's more of a personal preference thing, really. So, let's see. Let's speed this up while he goes back into lane. Oh. Walking back to lane, walking back to lane. Oh, alright, now we're live, so I can't even speed through the early parts of it. What is he doing? Still just inside the area. Fighting with the bear stance, which is good. Gives him the ability to trade well. He did pick up a Doran's Blade, which is nice, because if he does get, you know, on top of his passive, if he gets any sort of points in Tiger Stance early on, he'll be able to really kind of regen up some life fairly quickly. Now, and of course, Jax just went for a Vampiric Scepter, which is honestly pretty safe. Now, he is losing in farm a little bit, but honestly, it's nothing too terrible. A few CS is better than potentially losing your lane. Good bear into the Phoenix stance just for some nice little momentary burst. Good on him. And then switches right back to Tiger to get some lifesteal. Good job, man. You know, probably playing Udyr, maximizing his stances. Oh, needs to be careful though. Uses the movement speed from the bear stance to get away. He should still have a stun charged up, but he's smart and decides not to fight under the minion wave because he is pretty low health. Does end up using a health potion though. Here comes the Vi, so we will see what happens. Vi will more than likely have to start the gank, unless he changes to a bear stance right now. Good bear stance stun, switches into the Phoenix stance for the AoE. Vi comes in for the cleanup. Stun goes on to the Vi. Flash trades on both ends. Vi should be able to get it with just the red buff. Turn. Nope. Control got it because the Jax got really penisy for no reason. Which is honestly really good because, again, when it's just early levels, also on Udyr, where his damage is much reliant on his stances. So, very nice. And very, very good in the Vi for just being aware and kind of being where she needed at any really given point. So, good job on the Vi. I don't know if you can hear the clap, but that's my point. Now, he did pick up a, let's see, a chain vest and a ward. Now, one second, you guys. Sorry, I had to take a drink of Mountain Dew. Now, the chain vest can build into a few things. He could go, say, straight even into a Thorn Mail, which would be odd, but wouldn't be the worst thing, though I wouldn't get it right now. He can turn the Cloth Armor into Ninja Tabi. He can, yeah, it gets him a lot of kind of early flexibility. And well, really, the only damage he needs right now is the Doran's Blade, simply because he has the right amount of stances, and is maxing his Phoenix stance, which is like the safest of stances to max first. Looks solely on that AoE. See how much damage does a rank 3 do? It does deal 35 damage. Nice, not bad at all. He's probably doing very, very well about managing the actual like whole third attack persistent effect of the Phoenix stance, which is nice. So yeah, he has the ability to put out, yeah, you have 120 burst every 3 attacks is also really strong. He does go for a ward. Realizes that it ain't worth it though and gets the hell out of dodge. Now he needs to be careful because the Ahri is taking her blue. Goes in for the stun though. Grabs it. Taunt response. Ahri, if she stays in melee range, will die. He needs to be very careful not to get really kind of overconfident in his abilities. Ghost out. Has a Diana bind. Diana, though, not exactly responding. Oh, needs to get out of there. Flash wasted on the Ahri. Doesn't even go for Udyr, though. Nice bait. Well done. Even gets the assist onto the Udyr. That early armor. So good. Especially when Ahri doesn't have a lot of awesome early game damage, unless she hits you with the true damage portion of the orb of whatever the hell it's called. Gonna try and go make some shit happen onto the Jax, but it's likely not gonna happen. He's deciding if he needs to go in or not. Says screw it, tries to use the flex from the AoE, but Vi should be able to pick up this kill. I wouldn't see really why not. Vi should be able to pick up this kill. Should be able to pick up this kill. Should be able to pick up this kill. Should be able... Yeah. Gets a nice assist. Well done. Now, he is losing out a little bit on farm, and Jax is ahead on kills, but let's check how much they're actually worth. The gold disparity, or desperarity, whatever the term is, isn't too great. Honestly, he's not losing at all. He's just a non-zero amount behind, so... Oh, he only 300 gold. So he doesn't... He's winning his lane, he's doing well. Ah, he has a chain vest and a sapphire, or whatever the... Is it sapphire crystal? Yeah, I thought so. So he might be maybe going for a early Iceborne Gauntlet, which can really help kind of maximize his AoE damage. Oh, does he grab a pink? Nice pink ward to take out the opposing ward. Well done. Good job of counter warding. Now I don't know the recipe cost for the for him to buy the Iceborne off the top of my head, so but it's clearly what he's going for. Stun on top of stun, although he has much more burst with the active of the what's it called, Phoenix Stance. Now he's sitting around here milling around trying to decide what he's going to do. Needs to be careful about activating the Phoenix Stance under tower though, seeing how if he is caught by the AoE from the activation, it will pull tower aggro. Needs to be careful though. He's smart. He does have a bear stance chart kind of saved up, and he was correct not to try and kind of panic into a bear stance. Just kept into his turtle to get some lifesteal. Now here comes Vi, and thanks to the very nice pink ward by Control, he does have kind of lane dominance. What is he doing? This Jax likely going to try and make some stuff happen. Good ult will pick it up though. The stun's gonna grab them both, forces the ult off, or forces the gank off. So, I mean, an ultimate for a counter-strike, not exactly the best. But honestly, it just buys Control more breathing room to kind of catch up in his gold difference, really with his lane partner. Now, we'll see what he buys. Then we'll have another look at how much both Jax and Udyr are worth when he gets back. Gets the Glacial Shroud first, very good. And does get tier 1 boots, so good on him. Let's see. 3,000 gold to 3.4. Again, only about 400 gold. He's being very, very smart about not keeping his overall worth too far behind that of the Jax, so that's nice. And he'll likely be turning the boots into Ninja Tabi to kind of just help with the ability to kind of duel the Jax. Top lane is much more, or the top lane matchup in general is a much more kind of duel-centric kind of matchup. Now, let's see how he's going to play this, though. Goes for a good stun. Switches into the Phoenix. Going to be able to grab the kill. Trying to fight it. He needs a turn. He can take it if he fights it. Oh, that's so close. He just needed to be a bit more committed to that fight. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, just a little bit more commitment to that fight would have easily grabbed him that kill. So, I mean, that's just a little. That's like a little small something, but we all have those little moments of tentativeness, which is fine. Let's see. Does pick up the Blade of the Ruined King, though. But smartly enough, Control is not building a large amount of health, so the passive of the Blade of the Ruined King... Oh, burp, excuse me. That's very unprofessional, you guys. But the unique passive of basically the extra health based on kind of... why am I getting tongue-tied so much? The passive, where he deals damage based on their current health, is going to be less effective due to the fact that he's building really more armor than anything. So he's going to really not be able to do as much with it as he wants to. Do have 2 pink wards in top lane, which is going to be kind of funny to see who gets that that first kind of like volley off to guarantee the kill on the wards. Smartly using the Phoenix Stance though to push out his wave. Now he probably notices now that Jax does have a Blade of the Ruined King, so he needs to be much more wary of trying to get into duels with him. Now, Vi should be coming up, although
Rampage.
Jax might be getting overconfident. If he's not going right now to pink ward this, so they can at least grab, you know, some sort of gold off of it for both top lane and the jungle. So it wasn't a completely wasted gank, and it did force Jax out of some much needed farm. And there's also, once again, we kind of resecured that top vision for control, so good on him, man. Pushing on his wave like he should right now. Likely going back to buy, or nope, he's just going to go hide up in the bushes a little bit, which is also fine. And just trying to get some good uses out of that every third attack active of the Phoenix stance, which he is doing a good job of. I do kind of wish I had a counter, though, to tell you. I think... There we go. So, 1, 2... Oh! If I say, there we go, good stun, but he does have the leap strike. Needs to be very careful what he does. This can't really trade with him when he's able to use the Blade of the Ruined King. Yeah, that maybe wasn't the best idea for a trade, but... I mean, it wasn't really a whole lot you could do to stop that. Which is really unfortunate now, because now it's... I'm imagining the gold worth is now starting to kind of slowly... kind of lose... or starting to lose control of the situation, really. Which is ironic given his name, but we'll let it go. And Jax does take a tower behind this, though. Although something that Udyr is much better at doing than Jax most of the time is split pushing. And now, also the creep score lead is starting to really become much more apparent, seeing how, although props on the overall purple team does have 3,000, a little over maybe 2,000 gold more than the opposing team. It's just top lane is kind of losing it, is starting to lose his matchup now. Now he is ghosting in with a bear stance, hoping to get this stun, though he does need to be careful about the counter-strike stun. Is able to 1v1 the Vi, though. Well, good stance management should be able to get him a kill. Nice switch from the Tiger, or not from the Tiger, into the Turtle, gets in the momentary shield, then in immediately to the Phoenix stance. Just kind of good management of stances, making sure that his passive was always up at like its maximum ability. So honestly, he just needs more plays like that, really. He does need to be careful about this Lee Sin, though. Oh, makes him whiff the Q. That's a very, very nice juke. But of course, you can never really catch an Udyr, as we've all discovered time and time again. Now, alright, he is going back, which is smart. Is he going back? Oh, what you doing, Control? What you doing? Like, yep, just gonna probably life steal off of the Golem camp.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
So that's good. Just kind of using the passive from a Turtle stance to use his life steal, try and get him back really kind of into his lane. That's why at least one rank in Tiger stance is nice, so you can utilize the Doran Blade passive. Which honestly, that's something I might have done and gotten earlier on, is the Tiger stance, though I understand why he didn't, given that Counter-Strike does more damage based on how many attacks were blocked. So, it's understandable that he didn't take it. It's just, again, more of a personal preference as opposed to a, say, wrong decision. But pushes his lane up, realizes that he's not going to be able to get any sort of kill. Will hopefully go back. And it looks like Jax is maybe going for a Triforce now? Maybe. Is likely, let's say, going to bear stance and mid, try and grab something. This does require the Diana, though, to actually like do something useful. And does pick up the Lee Sin with the nice bear stance stun. So, good job on control for being map aware. And they won't be able to take the tower, but at the very least they can pull Jax off of top to kind of stop him from just having total free farm over his lane. So maybe they'll be able to do something in bottom lane, but not quite certain. Now, he does need the rest of his team, though, to help kind of take this. He isn't that far ahead to the point where he can solo Dragon yet. Although Vi should be coming in, and she does have Smite up, so... Oh, that's not good. Accidentally pulled off of control. Oh, but they didn't pull it out, so the Caitlyn gets the steal with a nice Piltover Peacemaker. That's unfortunate. This might be, angry typing. That's alright. That's why you also, you can pull out Dragon for anybody who wishes to know. And sometimes it's required for champions like that who can pull off steals just by, say, throwing out a basic ability. So, That was a bit of a sloppy play. Also, the fact that the Vi was nearby and didn't actually go in probably didn't help. But honestly, their team's doing really, really well. Now he's likely going swing back to top, trying to grab some farm. Nope, he's going back. Now let's see how much he has. He has 2,000 gold, so we need to see what he's going to buy, because he still has the ability to kind of do multiple things. He does pick up an Iceborne Gauntlet, which is very, very nice. Kind of synergizes very well with his team comp, with the Diana pull-in, and the, of course, Sona Twitch kind of ultimate combo. So, he's very, very smart for building correctly to his game. And he did pick up Ninja Tabi, which is honestly the correct decision, given that Jax has the lead that he does. So honestly, he's playing really, really well right now. He's making very smart decisions. He's lost his lane. Let's be honest, folks. But that isn't the worst thing that can happen. But likely sees that he has the Sheen, realizes that he won't be able to fight him right now, and does go to Ward River, which is good on him for doing that. Now, let's see, this is the big question. Will he go mid to try and make something happen, or just try and get Jax off of his lane? And it appears that we're going with the latter of the options. Now, let's see. There's the change. Yep, I'm just going to use his Phoenix Dance to kind of help push out his lane. Now, there was enough wards to the point where, yeah, he's likely... They're getting all kinds of pings, so... It's entirely on the Diana if the Diana dies, but... He is taking advantage of this moment, trying to push his lane and take his tower to kind of match them. Although he hasn't done really any damage to the tower, which is unfortunate. This is a prime example of when just a rank of Tiger Stance would be very, very helpful. Of course, they're pinging top, or blue team is pinging top to try and get some help to get Udyr off of the tower. Ooh, that nice third strike active. Well done. Looks like they're not going to be able to send anybody in time. If he's smart, he won't... Oh, the proxy of the farm might actually lose him the ability to do this. Lee Sin lands the Q, though. He is fighting just conveniently outside of turret range. He needs to be careful not to go too hard. Realizes that, kind of backs out. Sees if Lucian's going to be trying to commit. Does a nice job of trying to force the Q. But he realizes that he won't really be able to grab the kill. Or I hope he does.
Purple team's turret has
Please
been
realize this
destroyed.
is going to happen. Don't do anything stupid. Please don't. Oh. Oh, he gets the Q caught. He's going to try and bear stance. Lee Sin's smartly running back to the tower, though. For some reason, jumps back towards him. He realizes that he needs to get out really, really fast, because he has no idea where Jax or anybody is. So smartly uses Ghost to kind of exit the situation in the most prompt of manners. Sees that Vi gets caught. Hopefully we'll try and bear stance down. But no, Vi's going to be able to get out. In control, just going to take advantage of this opportunity and does something, and does what an Udyr can really excel at, which is split pushing. Now hopefully he'll push us to the tower. Now, if he wants to really take this tower, he's just going to need to like spam through his core stances. But nope, he's going to go back. Maybe. Is he actually going to commit this time to going back? Alright, let's see what he grabs. If anything. Goes for a Vampiric Scepter. Really, what it builds into can be really anything, so it has a lot of like safetiness to it. It might be maybe like a Ravenous Hydra. Be very, very nice with the Tiger Stance that he will have to get on top of his Monkey Agility passive. That, and it'll help with his ability to kind of split push and do as much damage to people while they're inside the Iceborne Gauntlet AoE. But it's also, it can go for anything. Say a Blade of the Ruined King, a Bloodthirst would be kind of weird. Or he could be a very proactive top laner and get a Zeke's Herald, which would be kind of fun. Does see the Jax. Whether the combo of Vi and Udyr are just going to be able to push anything off towers, really. Or at the very least, at this kind of stage of the game. They're actually able to do a lot of work to pushes, though. Lee Sin is top, though, so they do need to be careful about letting their top tower go if they don't have to. Does a good job of warding Dragon when it comes back up. Don't know if they have a timer, but with that they'll guarantee to at least know when it comes up. So good on him. He is getting a lot of wards in this little area, so he is trying to draw battle lines really. So he's likely wanting to push either above this line or below this line, but seeing how more objectives are above the line, it's likely where he's looking to make some sort of plays in this area right here. Does go back try and stop the Lee Sin though, goes in for the bear stance charge, does force the Piltover Peacemaker that misses. Nice bear stance. A good pull though. Very good. Now they will end up trading tier 2 tier 2 towers, which is unfortunate, but they're 4-man pushing. They might actually, if they were to push, they could maybe take a free inhib off of this. It would be nice if Vi would stay, but someone does have to stop the Lee Sin push. This, I must say, good on them for realizing when to properly capitalize on a push. Very well done. Needs to be careful about fighting though. And of course the entire team just turns on the Jax and murders them. Nice bear stance pound to the friggin' skull, ends up extra grabbing the kill on the Jax. And hopefully they'll just go for the inhib and get out, but they dilly-dallied way too long. Now they did actually end up killing the inhib tower though. Ahri lands a taunt. Sona was going to die. He was smart not trying to do anything. He needs not to try and do anything right now. Oh. Blitzcrank being smart, pulling, and because of the way that red buff minion aggro works, he's able to take this. Blitzcrank was trying to take the red buff to deny it to Udyr, but getting a little cocky, gets caught by the Ahri taunt, and just gets caught by 3 members. Yeah, he probably should have just left that situation. That was a little bit greedy, and he's not necessarily doing incredibly well. I mean, the Jax still has a 1.5k gold lead, perhaps not the best idea. Now he is going for the Blade of the Ruined King, which is fine. And now that I think about it, I mean, let's see, Lee Sin has some health. Ahri has a Giant's Belt, which is likely going to go into a Rylai's. Jax has a good bit of health from his Triforce. Honestly, it's not that bad, as well as giving him another means of kind of kiting individual targets or just chasing individual targets. So not the worst thing you could ever hope to pick. Now let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Is he waiting? He has 200 gold. Alright. Probably just changing a song on like Pandora or something, which is fine. Oh no, he missed out on 3 seconds so far and the game's lost. Now we'll see if he's actually going to try and pick up anything on this Lee Sin. If he's smart, he's probably going to activate a bear stance right about now to try and get the charge. Yep. Lee Sin, though, is very, very slippery, but so is... Oh, forces the dragon kick. And this goes right back into bear stance and fights it. Blue team is pinging danger. Vi is coming up, realizing when to capitalize on it. He did already use the Bilgewater Slow, though. Does get another bear stance charge. Really going hard on this. He probably needs to back out. He doesn't have any eyes on anybody. Does know the Dragon Kick is down, though, so he is able to really push if he wants to. And if Lee Sin follows up on that Q, he's going to die. What did he do? What's he doing? I don't think this is a proper time to do Baron. Yeah. That ward also, that pink ward by the blue team does likely gain vision of that, so that is a potential problem. Caitlyn doing some work though is going to end up getting caught out by the nice AoE, maximizing the stances to get full damage. Has free reign over just destroying this Caitlyn, but not enough. Twitch does come in though. Does some real work, doesn't have ultimate, but does have a really OP passive, so goes in with the bear stance. He's going to grab the kill on that on top of the Iceborne Gauntlet charge. Well done. And whoever on the purple team who is pinging the inhibitor is kind of calling out the right play. Likely, and yep, he's going to check if their blue is up. Sees that it's not, realizes that, yo, nothing's going to happen. Now, He's going to meet up with Jax in like 2 seconds, so he needs to be very careful about what he's going to do. They are going bottom, though. He needs to be really careful. He does have the support of Twitch nearby. Does eat a Caitlyn trap, though. That's not good. Twitch needs to respond right now. Control is going to die, unfortunately. And so might the Twitch go as well. For some reason, decides to stop to throw a cask, which doesn't give that much of a slow. That was really unfortunate. Again, just kind of really overly greedy plays that could potentially be stopped, though I understand why you think you can grab those kills. Of course, the rest of your team didn't really capitalize on the whole open inhibitor thing, so it doesn't quite help either. So, I mean, the gold lead is starting to stabilize out, although still, again, 4K in the favor of purple team, so they do have that going for them. And Udyr does actually manage to pick up the blade, so he'll now be able to chase down whatever single target he manages to find. Oh, Bear sent in the bottom lane. Nope. Realizing that's a lost cause, and the person's probably dead. Nice. Good kind of pick up onto the Jax. Just going top to push. Might be trying to go on the Lee Sin, but I don't think that Lee Sin is going to be that dumb to stick around. Q, he's just going to jump shield back to a minion. Activates the Ghost, which is the correct move. Uses the Blade of the Rune King to get the slow. Nice change into the Bear stance, and toggling between that and the Phoenix stance. Oh no, here comes the Ahri though. Dragon Kick is wasted. One of the problems with constantly having the right usage of his Bear stance is that he's actually moving so much quicker than the rest of his team. Though he is managed to do something, he will hopefully grab the stun onto the Ahri. Ahri whiffs the taunt, switches back and forth constantly from the Bear stance to Phoenix stance. Very, very nice kind of maximization of his real damage output. And of course a random shield, so we can get, or a random shield from a random turtle stance. Not bad. And they do end up picking up top lane. He did pick up 500 gold off of this. He likely isn't going to get anything, maybe besides an enchantment on his boots. But this trip is likely more back just for the healing. Yep. Honestly, is a fine play, and his Blade of the Rune King is now back up, so he'll be able to really make something happen off of that. Yep, and there's the Ryland that we called earlier from the Ahri, making the Blade of the Rune King just a bit more effective on Ahri. And Lee Sin picked up the Aegis, so kind of effectively picking up the Aegis kind of gives him free damage on the whole team, provided they're in a 5-team environment. He does need to be careful though, he is pushing all by himself. He does have the wave clear to get really far ahead. Finally picks up a rank into the Tiger stance, but realizes that, oh damn, shit about to go down. Counter-Strike wasted from the Jax though. He's able to just constantly keep up those bear stances. Yep, making sure to constantly reactivate them to get the kind of move speed. They are kind of trolling around for a kill that might not necessarily be there. Now, when an Udyr will give this to Twitch, though, the rest of the team sees this, will hopefully pick up the Caitlyn with a good stun. Needs to turn back in, though, try and pick up the Blitzcrank if at all possible. Sun ult wasted. And Ahri instantly rage quit DCs after one lost team fight that she wasn't a part of. So this is a free inhib, they realize this. Making just absolute utilization of the fact that the Ahri is now DC'd. Nice bear stance stun, switching to the Phoenix stance, keeps him in the AoE. Dragon Kick used onto the Udyr. Says, screw this, I'm gonna go for Caitlyn. Activates the bear stance. Switches between a Tiger stance and a Phoenix stance to just get all that damage out onto that Caitlyn. And one more combo of the same style to take the inhib. Now he's a real monster. Because Tiger stance is OP, people. It's an awesome stance. Max it first. It's so fun. But again, they're just kind of taking advantage of this. He's smart to stay in the Tiger stance, though, to kind of utilize the extra attack speed. And this is 2 free inhibs. Blitz gets props for trying to do something like mad plays with a pull. But simple sidestep on him, on Control's part. Flashes for a counter strike with Diana right there. He's just going to turn, go full combo, end up grabbing the kill, although Blitzcrank ult might grab him. Grabs him, but then Diana grabs another kill. Diana going ham is an absolute monster right now with 172 farm, 8, 2, and 15. He's a little bit cocky, does end up taking tower shots. A nice Q for some reason goes back in. But as Onius does reset tower aggro, kicks into the fountain. Sona giving no dams, almost takes him out, but then dies to an ace in the hole. Not quite word. Yeah. And as you guys see, we just have control telling us that it's all done. So the game is likely, it's been on the way down for the opposing team.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
So we'll kind of like just let this game play out, like we do every game, and just make general statements. I mean, honestly, the only thing that he did, I just don't like the greedy plays. But that's kind of an obvious statement, really. That and kind of a build order maximus, like the way he maxes build order with a stances, moves, as opposed to like physical item builds. I just didn't like it for the matchup. But I mean, he did fine, or he ended up doing fine later on. And early on, he kind of bought to counter his lane, which was very, very good because Jackson could become a total monster. And while early on he did lose his lane, it could have been far, far worse if he didn't have that much armor that early on in the game. And Ahri, I don't believe, is reconnected, so that's very unfortunate, but rage quits happen at lower levels. Mind you, control is at silver 5, so he is a monster now with his Stinger and his Fiendish Codex. Jesus. And they're going to go for a Baron fight, knowing that there's no way that anybody is going to contest it, and after this, they can likely just push it in the game.
Team has slain
I didn't notice Vi has a Guardian Angel, which is kind of funny. Oh, catches a single Caitlyn trap, the one they needed them not to step on. But Control doesn't care. He's going to Ghost Bear Stance, grab the Udyr, sidesteps the trap like a smart one, grabs it. And with Udyr going down, which is more than likely going to happen, nope. Yeah, Udyr is the only way of disengaging a fight right now. Sona getting really cocky, trying to land some baller power chords. Diana gets pulled, but really all the Blitzcrank did was make Diana able to close the gap on important targets. Control being smart, switching between Turtle and Bear Stance to kind of just increase the survivability and the ability to catch anybody. And then just total face roll, fuck people up into the game, GG. But yeah, you guys. I know at the end, like the last 5 seconds, it wasn't really that intellectual of a commentary, but not bad. So I mean, honestly, you played a really good game. Just a couple of really greedy plays, and the really weird idea of for no reason losing all of that CS early, trying to make something happen at blue buff early on in the game, kind of set him behind. But I mean, honestly, really good game. Well done, Control. For you guys who are watching, I am gonna, if I hopefully remember to, I'm going to try and plug his stream, and hopefully if he gets more traffic and say followers and all that good shit, he'll actually stream more, because I like his stream. And if you guys want to watch me, I am a mod on his stream, so I can kind of go over there and just, we can hang out and talk and just watch a nice stream with some good music and some good plays. But as for me, you guys, that's all, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, goodbye.